Hey there! Today we're going to be having a look at this ink. It was a sample sent to me by Robert, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while. It has been a while. This is Iroshizuku Ajisai. A blue ink, as you can see, blue. I hadn't used this before, but apparently it's good. Sounds good to me. So I thought we'd check it out today. I found that this is one of those blues that a lot of brands offer. Waterman does something like this, Parker does something like this, Lamy, Pelikan. So don't expect anything that is likely to make your jaw drop, but it is a nice ink. It is a nice blue. Nice blues have their place in any ink collection, I think. And it behaves well, so interesting choice. I did find it bled through a bit more than I would like, but it's interesting. And just to give you a bit of a sneak preview of what's going to happen, I have done the most impressive brown benchmark that I have ever done, and this is the proof. So I hope you'll enjoy it. I hope that's going to be useful, and I'll see you later. Bye bye. Okay, sweethearts, here we go with Iroshizuku Ajisai. Let's start with a bit of fine writing. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. I shot an opera shootout. A shootout between two Visconti opera pens. Hence my being in a opera mode. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Da 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 da. Juicy broad nib. Well, it is. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Da, 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 da. Aida. It's true, by the way, I do actually love opera. It's a magnificent form of music. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. You see? Ah, Professor, what are you doing here? Oh, I was just dropping by, you see? Ah, there you are, but I've not disturbed you. You're quite busy, I suppose. Yes, actually I am quite busy. I'm doing Inkcyclopedia, but thanks for dropping by. Yes, you're welcome. No odd pink colours this time, yes? No, not pink, which is doing blue. It's very restrained. Yes, well, I suppose in that case we can actually go along with this. Please go on. Yeah, go on, but I was just wondering, you seen crap salad around here? Oh, Lord Windermere, how are you? Well, I'm a bit hungry, a bit peckish. Sometimes I get down a bit peckish and hungry, and I want some crap salad. I understand. Well, I think there should be some crab salad in the cupboard. Please check it out. Professor, you help yourself to some tea, and I'll be with you in a tick. Okay? Yes, quite good. We'll absolutely we'll see you later. I hope you've got a lot of crab salad because I'm very hungry. Yes. Just go ahead. Take all the crab salad you want. I'm a very kind person. I was just writing fine there. You see that? But this is the flex, so you have a look at that. All right. It's always funny when the professor visits. He never really announces himself. He just shows up. Couple of passes, eh? One. Still one. Still one. soon to be 2 and 3. But for now, I think we should have a quick look at what we're seeing. What are we seeing? Well, we're seeing a nice blue ink. Nice, vibrant blue. I like the way it looks. It's a very... This is my category of washable blues. I'm not sure whether this is washable. We'll do a water test later. But a lot of brands make this, right? You got Pelikan, Königsblau. You've got your Waterman Florida blue, Quink blue, Lamy blue. They all have this sort of color. I don't think it's too spectacular, but these colors have their use. Okay, it's fairly quick drying. It's almost dry. That's pretty cool. Okay, well, while we are at this, why don't we do a bit of big lettering? B for big. And we'll also do a bit of medium writing. Well, whatever. Okay. And I think we can do our second pass there. Yeah, that looks dry. Yep. OBKB. Second pass. It's a pretty quick drying ink. Even on Rhodia paper, it dries fairly quickly. This is probably still a bit peckish. Well, peckish. Peckish is not the correct term here. It's a Dutchism there. But het pekt nog een beetje. I have to teach you some Dutch. Still not entirely dry. Let's have a look at the bastard brush, shall we? Okay, so I'll have to see how that works out. For now, and what I do like is there seems to be a bit of shading in that blue. Sometimes in these blues it's a very unique, how should I put that? A very uniform color, and I do see a little bit of shading there. It's not excessive, it's not excessively pronounced, but there's a little bit of it there, which is nice. Okay, so we have that. I think we need to run a couple of tests, huh? And one test that I just know you've all been waiting for is the Tardif Test. And, of course, following the Tardif Test, there must be, I'm using this as a shield, a brown benchmark. Now, I don't want to complain. I mean, this is all very nice, but that was not particularly spectacular, was it? So what I'm going to do now is take a little bit of an eyedropper. Eyedropper to the rescue. We need more, don't we? Yes, we do. Now there's a drop of ink. Can you just feel the tension rising? Because I can. Now it's time for a true bloody brown benchmark. Oh yeah. Now there is a benchmark. The benchmark is on my little plastic shield. It's on my fingers. It's on the paper. It's on my desk, which you can't really see unless I turn this, but believe me, that is brown benchmark. I'm going to turn that back, put this back in there. That's how we do it, my friends. This is what a brown benchmark should look like. I'm just cleaning my desk before everything just goes in there. I might as well clean the paper. Alright, now, I'm very pleased with that. We've finally got a bloody brown benchmark going. And before I forget, Let's also wipe off the plastic shield. Okay, sorry guys, I'm all back there. I haven't lost it, don't worry, I'm not gone crazy. I mean, not crazier. Third pass. And we need the eyedropper of death, which in fact has benchmark on it. Cool! Okay, we need to run a few more tests. Let's interpret some results here. Let me just grab the tissue. So this looks to be a okay ink when it comes to water. A lot of this is still legible. This is affected more, but even the word bit, I'm not sure how well you can see that, maybe if I zoom in a bit. Even the word bit is still legible. It's not perfect, but I think it's okay for what it is. I think we can start working on a scorecard there before we move to copier paper. Where's my de-benchmarked shield? Oh, this is a benchmark. Guys, look at how gorgeous that is. Beautiful. I'm nuts. Let's see. Cleaning. I'm going to give that a middle score. The reason is I haven't used it yet. But if I see how well it sticks to water and actually keeps up with that, I think it's not going to be an ink that you just flush out. Maybe I'm wrong. Feel free to correct me. Bleed through. We'll have to assess that later. We have color. I mean, I can even put some water on my fingers, and as you can see, the ink does not just disappear. It does rub off a little bit. I mean, it's not something that just dissolves. It does get better, but it doesn't just dissolve. My bloody hell, I can't even talk anymore. Now there's water there. God, there's water everywhere. Alright, color is blue. Shading. Well, there is some, but I'm not that impressed. I mean, it's nice, but it's not perfect. You see here we go from a very dark blue to a dark blue. So it's not perfect. You see that here too. You see it with the flex. You see it with the broad nib. There's a bit of shading, but I'm not that impressed. I'm going to give that a 3 because I just don't, well, pretty much don't see anything. We have flow. Flow is good. I can't say anything else. Works well. Works in all pens. No issues. Feathering. Have to assess that after the copier paper. Drying time, I'm willing to give that full marks because it seems to dry fairly quickly. And then finally we have waterproofness. Waterproofness. Middle score. It's not perfect, it's not terrible, it's something in between. Okay, what we need, oh bloody hell. There's even brown benchmark on my Pilot Parallel. Well, as long as y'all are entertained, there's brown benchmark on this paper. That was half a meter removed from... Okay, interesting. I'll look into that. Good. Copier paper. I've lost my... Here we go. Okay. Copier paper. We start with a fine pen. It was the best of inks. It was the worst of inks. It was an ink of of geeky goodness. It was an ink of jockey terribleness. I understand this is not a word. Please send your complaints to seehowmuchwecare@fpgeeks.com. Flex! And it runs out. Return. Flow. Every time I do flow, it goes. Why do you go, flow? Why? Why did you betray us? Probably have to take this apart, clean it very well. See if I can. If you want something taken apart, I'll be happy. Oh, Hamish, how are you? Nice of you to drop by. I was wondering if you got maybe a bit of haggis. I think you'll find haggis on the bottom shelf, just below the crab salad. I think Lord Windermere and the Professor are there. You can just go there and, you know, just prepare yourself a meal. That sounds pretty good. I think I'll be going downstairs then, and I'll see you later. I was actually here just to disassemble a pin, but yeah, I'm sorry, we're running a bit late. There was some issues with the brown benchmark, you know, it's just benchmarky goodness here, and yeah, it's taking a bit of time. Well, that's alright, I'll just see you later. Yes, you grab yourself some haggis, I'll be downstairs in a sec. Alright. It's so confusing, all these alter egos walking around here. It's you know, it's terrifying sometimes. Here we go. I think we've done flex. I think we need to do one more thing. S. Okay, so what can we deduce from all of this? Well, what the juice? Let me see. I see feathering there quite significantly. Bloody hell. I see feathering there in the flex, but in the italic, no feathering. A little bit there. Now I am nitpicking here. Can you focus? Can you? Yeah. A little bit of feathering in the broad nib, very wet broad. But apart from that, it seems to be pretty much okay. Nothing in medium, nothing in fine. So I think that's all quite okay. Bleed through? Significant bleed through. You see it in the broad, very significantly. In the italic you see it. In the flex, excessively. I can even in the medium see a couple of bits where it bleeds through, and fine seems to be pretty much okay, and this of course is excessive. On the Rhodia paper, while the brown benchmark of course, the passes. In the flex it bleeds through, fat writing. Okay, so this is not going to be full marks on bleed through, because even with normal pens it seems to do so on copier paper. Actually, I'm going to give it a 3 for bleed through, because I think this is quite significant. I mean, even in this is a broad nib, but look at this is really a lot of bleed through. So I'm not that impressed there. Feathering, well, something in the middle range. Interesting. 2, 5, 8, 9, 11, 12, 14. Inkage. Now, the final thing we have to do is a comparison with another ink. I found it a little bit hard to come up with something, so what I came up with was this. Here we have Iroshizuku Ajisai. I just made it Saj. Well, you know what it is with an I. It's just a big blob of ink. It's very tempting to do a brown benchmark. There we go. That's called a brown pen mark. Ajisai. Got us some flecks. This is the color. I think this is officially the messiest Inkcyclopedia entry I have ever done. There's ink everywhere. It's not even funny anymore. And yet I find it entertaining for some reason. Here we have Carandache. Blue Sky. And I don't know, but if you ask me, that ink is pretty close. Maybe a bit darker, but both are very blue, quite intense. I like them both. So, I probably have to take a long bath now just to get rid of all of it. I mean, look at this. It's, oh my bloody hell. But in the meantime, I hope this was useful. Iroshizuku Ajisai Inkcyclopedia entry. Now there is ink on my FP Geeks button too. I hope this was useful. Hope you were a little entertained, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.